newest National Haunted Attraction Industry Trade Show. So register now at fearexpolive.com.
Good evening, everyone. Keone Hutton here from the Haunting You podcast, and I am very excited to be welcoming you to tonight's Fear Expo Haunt Masterclass Vendor Spotlight. We are taking a step back today and doing something a little bit differently than we have done for the last several weeks, and we're going to take a look, rather than at really awesome products for use in your haunt, we're going to take a little look at the business side of running the haunted house. And specifically, if you have been looking for a way to bring in more money for your haunt, whether it's during the regular season or you're looking for a revenue stream in the off season, this is the vendor spotlight for you. Because tonight we have Clay from GellyBall here to tell us all the ways that GellyBall can be used in your haunt, with your haunt, around your haunt. There are a ton of different ways that you can incorporate it, and we're going to talk about it all tonight. As always, drop your questions into the comments and we will get them all answered tonight as we go. So, Clay, welcome to the Vendor Spotlight Haunt Masterclass. We are so excited to have you here.
Thank you. We appreciate the opportunity to be here with you guys.
Let's start right at the very beginning. Let's get to know you a little bit better. I got the opportunity to meet you face to face at Fear Expo, of course, when we did a mini vendor spotlight right there on the show floor. And you had, I'm going to say, a fairly spectacular arena was set up. You had like an arcade set up. You had all kinds of stuff going on. But before we get into that, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get your start in this industry? Give us a little of your background.
So I'm 54. I started my first company when I was 23. So I guess I've been in business for myself since for 31 years now. And along the course, I've done lots of different types of businesses. I describe myself as a generalist. I'll start pretty much anything I can put my hands on if I feel like it's a good opportunity. I'm not very scared of anything, putting stuff together. I started 11 years ago. We started a paintball field, and we were buying smoke and different products from a vendor down in the Houston area, and was introduced to GellyBall, and that's how we came about it. We were shown the product, but the product was a toy, and that's how we started. And it took us almost 2 years to get the product correct, where we commercialized it. So we didn't come up with the product. The product was already intact. Mm-hmm. We had to figure out how to make it work and operate for a commercial operator where it wouldn't just break. So
yeah.
So that's how we kind of got into GellyBall, was through our life in the paintball business, by buying pyrotechnic products for the field there, and away we went.
Sure.
It took us 2 years in development, almost to the day, until we shipped our first dealer kit. We shipped our first dealer kit in May of 2020, May 4th, and then we've shipped right at 900 since then. So we're right at 900 dealers now worldwide. I think we're in 25 countries. And
that's a heck of a growth in just a couple of years.
No, it's been something. It really has. I've built some nice companies. This is definitely one of the nicer ones, and it's been really fun. It's the funnest company that I've ever built. My son is our co-founder, and he's really responsible for the product working. I'm not mechanical. I'm a business guy. Tyler is the one who really aggressively went after the mechanics of it. And when I was ready to give up and said, well, it's just a toy, we can't make it work, he said, no. And so he deserves a lot of credit. And he's our chief operating officer today. He's 26 now, 27, 26. My wife's off camera here. So
you got the good support structure there, helping
you
stay on.
Yeah, it's a family business. And we have, I guess we have 11 employees now or something like that here, including us. And so it's a small company still. We're still very lean and mean, and we run like a gazelle. We've got new products coming out all the time. We just released our G2 product last week. A new blaster. So it's pretty cool. Oh, there's Chris Moore from Spooky Bottom. Man, thank you for your Facebook I don't know what you would call that. When you posted for us and said, this is what's happened at my field in North Carolina, it meant a lot to us. It's really great for us when our dealers have a great experience.
And share those testimonials.
Yeah, it's just, that's good too. But just knowing that's his experience with our product is everything to us. We just want our dealers to have a great experience with us, and everything else will take care of itself. If we focus on the dealer experience and then the customer experience through the dealers, then everything will be, we'll win. But the most important thing is that customer experience and the dealers. We want them to be happy and working and doing what they need to do as easy as possible. So everything we've done in our business model has been to facilitate not just, here's a product. It's how that product gets to market, and then what we do if something happens, if anything we can do to be a better service company, if we need to overnight something. And we've offered to fly products to people like ourselves. When things go wrong with FedEx, we don't let FedEx determine what happens to one of our dealers on a weekend when they have 5 parties booked. We'll and we're 2 hours from the Dallas airport. We'll drive 2 hours. We'll get on an airplane. We'll drive and we'll fly to those dealers with product, if that's what it takes, because it's just work. I mean, it's not that really that important, but it's important to the dealer, and for us, it's just that's our job. It's just work. Yeah. So anyway,
well, you're jumping in a little further than I want to go. Before we get there,
yeah.
What is GellyBall? Explain it for the layperson who has never heard of this before. I thought it was very similar to paintball, but I learned at Fear Expo, kind of yes, kind of no. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, it's more like a Nerf product almost. It shoots a little product called an Orby, and these products were around long before Orbeez were. The product that's being fired is sodium polyacrylate, and it's a little salt crystal. And has a little bit of acrylic in it, a tiny little amount. And when it hits water, the acrylic spiders out. And if you took a jelly ball and you dissected it, put it under a microscope, it would just look like a spider web. But there's 97% water or so in that gel ball. And so, when they break, they really are kind of powdery. They're not really that wet. If you put 50 of them on the ground or 100 and stepped on them, you'd have a wet spot for a minute or two, but they don't leave a lot of moisture. You can shoot 1 million of them in a 2,000 square foot arena in a day or two, and walk in on Monday and be like, wow, there's hardly any here. I can hardly even see them. Mm-hmm. So they shrink back down, they biodegrade, and when they're stepped on, they get crushed, or when they're hit with a lawnmower or a vacuum or anything. And so it's a super low impact game that anyone can play age 5. And we have video out in California at 93 years of age, guy playing. And, it's something to see the spectrum, because I come from the paintball industry and you don't see that at all. It's different. The paintball industry is very tight. It's males mostly. At our paintball field in Austin, Texas, we have maybe, on a given weekend, it's in the high, 90+% male audience there, and it's a tight age range. It's from the little kids are shooting low impact paintballs. They range from 8 or 9 up to 45 or something. That's it.
Yeah.
So GellyBall appeals to everybody. 5 to 75, no problem. We see a lot more girls playing. It's a lot of fun. And families playing, everybody playing together, which is really neat to see as well. You don't see that much in paintball. We see some of it, but it's pretty rare.
What kind of equipment do you need to play GellyBall?
So to get started, what we recommend is our starter kit, and it's a dozen pistols, it's 10 bunkers, it's everything you need. It's 500,000 jelly balls, which will get you through about 200 players. Wow. And 500,000 jelly balls. If you I'll get some in here in a second for you and show you a bucket of jelly balls. If I can send a text while I'm doing this. But 500,000 jelly balls will fit in a Prestone can, like a antifreeze can, right? Like something like that. You put it in water and, away you go. And that's 500,000. So 500,000 will last you about 200 players. Each player should represent about $35. And so it's about $7,000 worth of materials, and we sell that for $99. And so your cost of goods sold on this product is extremely light. And for that reason, the gross profit is extremely high. And after that, just have your regular costs. So.
Do you have any blasters there with you? You can show us now.
I do. I've got our newest model. This product is called the G2, and we just released this last week. So the G2 product,
so brand new.
Yeah, these are brand new. I'm sorry, guys, I'm 54, not 34. So all this is very foreign to me. So you put your hopper in here on the top, right? I don't see no hopper here. So hopper like this, it just screws down like that, no problem. And then the difference between this product and our old one was the old product had this black piece sitting right here on top of it, and it was screwed down. And anyway, it would just have problems over time. Someone would bump it or they would hit this, and over time that thing would come off. So we redesigned this product and we put it into the mold. And it's hard to see on camera, but we have the GellyBall brand in the product. Very subtle, but it's there. And the orange tips don't fall out. And the battery doors, the best part for us is this. Battery doors snap shut. Okay, so the battery doors don't come open. Can you grab me a $500,000 gel balls? Thanks. And so it has upgraded internals, and the batteries, the new batteries that are inbound, we'll have in about a week or so. We'll shoot 9 of these hoppers. Our current batteries only shoot about 4.5 hoppers, which is plenty, but 9's better. And we found a battery that'll fit in this spot for 9 and shoot 9 hoppers, which is great.
What kind of
for fair and festival operators and haunt operators too.
Well, Chris is reminding me, of course, that it is 8:15, so it's time for a sponsor break. We'll hear from a sponsor real quick, and then we'll jump right back into it.
Okay, cool.
Here, get your camera here, over here. So just, I think it's there.
Smiles, laughs, and giggles. Throw a GellyBall party for the kiddos. Parents, GellyBall is local and comes to your place for a mobile party. All the setup and equipment are included. Smiles are free. Book your GellyBall party today. Calling all party planners, GellyBall is here, and it's so much fun. An awesome idea for birthday parties, block parties, family gatherings, team building, and bachelor parties. Appropriate for ages 5 and up, GellyBall brings out all the smiles, laughs, and giggles. Throw a GellyBall party for the kiddos. Parents, GellyBall is local and comes to your place for a mobile party. All the setup and equipment are included. Smiles are free. Book your GellyBall party today at mijellyball.com.
That was just an absolutely glorious shameless plug. Thank you, Chris, for that.
Even better. That's great. So
I saw some really awesome footage there of people playing GellyBall, and beyond the blasters, I think you called them. What else do you have available for the arena to make it a more exciting gameplay?
So we have quite a few products. We don't really show our products online like most companies do, but that's because we don't sell to the public. We only sell to our dealers. And so online, once you become a dealer, you can see all the products. We sell arenas and shooting booths and game systems and all types of things that are coming. We have a new vest system that's coming out in the next few weeks. You'll see that. It keeps score, kind of like laser tag. And so there's all sorts of new products that are inbound to the dealers, and we're very excited to be a part of all that. We've always felt like GellyBall is a game. It's not a gun, it's not a blaster, it's not a pistol, it's a game, and that's why we named it GellyBall. Mm-hmm. It should be a fun game, and so we're all about creating the right game and different scoring modes and different ways for people to play and interact with each other. We have some fabulous shooting booth products that are coming this year that people in the haunt industry are helping us with, and all kinds of neat stuff. So we're very excited about our product set that's coming and how we'll integrate for all different types of businesses.
At Fear Expo, you had like an arcade style shooting gallery, I guess would be the word. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How does that differ from some of the other products you have?
So the arcade system is great for fairs and festivals. and it'll work great for promotion. So there's, but we're working towards creating products that are haunt specific for the haunt industry, and the new arcades will have haunt look and feel to them, so that I felt like we looked a little out of place really at Fear Expo. When I looked around Fear Expo and I looked around at all the attractions, I was like, I get why we're here and we can actually provide meaningful value to people, but it doesn't have to be this way. Our products don't have to look the way they look. We can change our products, and we can change the way they look and feel for the industry that we're working in. And that's part of the reason we built the company the way we did. Even our jelly character can be modified by our dealers. And so we have dealers that are in the haunt industry that have modified jelly for whichever event they want. And we actually have a new graphic service that will do that for you.
So you could be shooting zombie heads instead of shooting targets in the arcade.
Yeah, you bet. And Doug and those guys have all kinds of things they're working on. And so, I mean, we're constantly working. We don't ever stop around here. This is such an exciting product and such an interesting product just due to the profitability and then the longevity of our equipment. Our products just work. And so it's pretty hassle-free for our dealers. And, there's work involved, of course, in anything. But we've done our best to eliminate all that, to take as much as we can out so that the dealers are operating as efficiently as they can.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a pretty great thing. All the different things that we're coming to market with, I think that the haunt industry will appreciate. They'll look at it and go, good thinking. That was smart. That's what our hope is. We hope to impress the people in the haunt industry and the other industries that we're working in as well.
I'm taking a look at your website right now. That's, of course, GellyBall.com, as Chris Regalado. Sorry if I butchered that. Just
good.
put it into the comments. I see it costs $3,995 to get a dealer kit. What does that price get you?
It's 12 blasters. It's 500,000 jelly balls. It's 10 bunkers. It's a dozen masks. It's enough to get you started where you can run a party successfully with 10 or 12 kids and get going and start pushing events out. And then from there, you'll know what you need. I'm a big fan of just getting people started at that price point. We have dealers that start up with us that spend $15,000 or $20,000, but that's a different thing. If you're just getting into it, get in where you can and where it makes sense for you. And we trust that you know what you need better than us anyway. But our guidance is always on the low side. Get in and get going. If you run out of product, you can share. If you need product, we have dealers in all over the country, so we can get you product almost anywhere now. If you get in a pinch, and we're always doing these kinds of things. Our dealers are always, they'll get in a jam. They'll call and say, "Hey, I've got a party. It was 20 kids, and now it's 37. I don't have enough blasters. What can you do?" And then we'll look on the map, and I'm sitting here on my computer looking around. Oh, I know a guy here. We can get this for you, and we'll shift some gear around, or we'll FedEx it overnight. We'll run stuff down. It's Thursday. I guarantee you, we're running to the FedEx Express tonight because we do every Thursday night. And so, but it's been so the dealer kit is designed to get you started, and we call it a starter kit, and then to get you on your feet so you know what you need. And each dealer takes their own shape. I mean, some dealers we have dealers that have 200, 300 pistols in their fleet. Some dealers run with 15 or 20. The average dealer, the haunt industry is really special, right? So, because you guys do huge numbers in many cases. But it's a great example. You have some haunts that do 100,000 people a year or whatever, 50,000 people a year, and you have others that do 5,000 a year. And so we can fit for both of those. And that's why we advocate for getting in where you can. Make sure it's a good fit for you at the lowest price possible.
Sure.
It only makes sense to me.
So that $4,000 initial investment seems relatively reasonable, especially considering some of the other things I have dropped $4,000 on. What kind of price point are your dealers operating at? What are they charging to do a party? So
a backyard party dealer in anywhere USA is charging $35 a kid. I mean, that's our player. I mean, there's a lot of grown-ups playing this. I always say it's kids because that's just what I do. But we have a lot of grown-ups that play it. We'll have entire parties that are just adults that come out.
I see some good corporate team building potential here.
Yeah, it's great and doesn't hurt. It doesn't leave bruises, and so it's a great time to run around. We do.
And who doesn't want to take a shot at the boss once in a while?
They do. Yeah, right. My guys do. We were playing here the other day, and our newest employee is this 24-year-old girl named Shelby, and she lit me up like in the face everywhere. It's brutal. I was just wearing Oakley sunglasses. She crushed me, and I was ducking for cover. Anyway, I forgot what I was telling you now. I got excited.
Sorry about that.
It was super fun, man.
So $35 a head. It sounds like it's
yeah, $35 a person is average. But I mean, there's Facebook posts on we have an internal dealer Facebook group, and there's people that are, I mean, San Antonio, we have a dealer that's getting $600 a party minimum. There's one in west of Atlanta, Georgia, kind of Brandon. Brandon's getting $600 a party now. And they're booked. I mean, these guys are booked up. So yeah, it's a very interesting, to watch the different dealers and how they price and what they do. It's been amazing to us to see how what they've done with our product, because it's gone far past what we allowed ourselves to ever think.
Yeah. Yeah. Willie May is jumping in, asking about other ways that you're looking about getting into Halloween. Can you elaborate a little more?
So I can, but I'll be giving away a bunch of secrets.
We love that here.
Yeah, I know. We definitely want to hold those for the trade shows that are coming up.
Sure.
But the stuff we're working on is superb. And I mean, and the beautiful thing of working with Doug is, it's going to be good. I mean, they just put out good work up there. That's what they do. And so here's my trusty assistant. This is that Prestone can I was talking about.
Yeah,
so
sure.
This is $500,000. This is what $500,000 comes in. And if you put this in a 55-gallon drum full of water, it will absorb it all, and you'll have $500,000 jelly balls when you're done.
And once you've hydrated them, how long are they good for? Do they ever dry out?
They don't dry out as long as you keep them in water, they're fine. They won't dry out, but you can't let them freeze. You guys are a lot of them in the north, and so they're biodegradable. So any kind of bio conditions that you put them in are going to be a problem for them. So if it's 30 degrees for 3 days, they won't work anymore.
Okay.
And so they'll work outside in 30-degree weather for a little bit, but as soon as they start to freeze up, you can forget it. Same on the heat.
96% water, I imagine they freeze relatively easily.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. But if you move them from inside to out and you go play, they're fine. If you leave them sit out there for an hour, it's over.
Yeah,
or 30 minutes even. Depends on the temperature and humidity and stuff. But yeah, so that's been interesting to watch. We have video from all over the world where players are playing and it's negative temperatures or snow on the ground. So
yeah, here's another testimonial up on the screen right now from Saginaw GellyBall, talking about all of the different ways that they've got so much attendance for GellyBall. They had to open a whole new arena on their second floor. Sorry, third floor.
Third floor. Yeah. So the reason you see me shaking my head is I sit in a really interesting chair. I talk to dealers and prospective dealers every day, pretty much all day. And the things our dealers tell us, the amounts of money that they're making. And the gentleman from Soggy Bottoms down in North Carolina, same. I mean, he started GellyBall sort of as a side thing. And then he realized like, oh, wow, I can actually make a lot of money with this. And that's very accurate. When we designed this, we really designed it as a great side hustle. You could add it to your paintball business, to your laser tag business, to your haunt business, to your other things. But then, our dealers took it and ran. I mean, we have a dealer in Houston that last year did $192,000 in revenue off GellyBall.
Just from GellyBall.
Yeah, just from GellyBall. And he's a paintball business, and he's got a good sized paintball field, but it's like 21% of his sales. Yeah. And last year was his first year. He said this year he's on way ahead of that. So he did most of that business in the last 6 months. It built for the first 6 months of last year. And then last year it started picking up. And then, so he thinks he'll do 25 to 30% GellyBall this year. And at my field, and I was still on a paintball field in Austin, I run about 19% of revenue over in Austin. We're based in Tyler, Texas. It's about 4 hours away.
Okay. How much are you seeing people using this as a side gig compared to like incorporating it into their haunt in some way?
Yeah, it varies. The haunt industry is an interesting one. There's 2 or 3 ways we can work with a haunt. So haunts like Soggy Bottoms and Doug and those guys up in Michigan and others around the country have figured out like, oh, I can run this at my facility year round, and 70 people show up a weekend or 30 people or whatever, and I make $40 a person. It's pretty good. It's pretty good money. And so that's
especially
one
considering
way.
you wouldn't be making money otherwise in the off season.
Right. And it's pretty easy to run. The first party or two is a little nerve wracking, but once you've run 2 or 3 parties, particularly on your own property, if you're in the haunt business, you're not going mobile. You're not having to figure out a new backyard every time. If it's on your facility and you run it a certain way, you'll kind of refine it up. In 3 or 4 events, you'll be like, yeah, this is fine. And you can hire somebody. I mean, you can give this to a 19-year-old kid or a 8-year-old kid and run it pretty easily. So
Chris, I still got 1 minute, Chris. You're pushing me out.
So
keep going, Clay.
So that's one way that we've helped some people in the haunt industry. The other is in the queue when people are waiting. This gives them a way to make money and enjoy it, and so they can charge for people to shoot. And so there's the shooting booth that our current shooting booth is used that way. The shooting booths we're coming to market with will work like that as well. And then really the last way that we help haunts is by in corn mazes and haunts themselves is running zombie hunts. And people love shooting zombies, and this is a great way to do it. Our glow in the dark product is, it's beautiful.
We saw that at Fear Expo, and it looks like tracers going down range.
Yeah, they look like tracer rounds. And and we've got them glowing in all colors now. So it's not just one color. We can make them glow red. We can make them glow in any color now. And we just accomplished that this week. I mean, we've been working on this product. It took us 19 months to figure that product out. And the important thing for haunt owners to understand is that our glow in the dark product, which is probably what most people want to use, is biodegradable. There's a couple of products on the market that are not, and the phosphorus-based product is attached to a ceramic molecule. And so the moral of that story is that as long as the sun hits your property, that product will continue to glow forever, for 100 years. And so if you shoot 2 or 3 million rounds at zombie season, and after Halloween's over, you'll walk out in 6 months and your field will still be glowing at night, which is cool if you don't care. But if you go to sell your property, that could be a real problem.
Yeah.
And so as a fellow property owner in the paintball industry, we thought of those things. And if you have an indoor facility, I can get that product for you. Okay, we have it. It's not a problem. It doesn't glow as bright as ours. It's not as good, but it's okay. It'll work, and it's a little less messy and it's a little easier to deal with. So there's a place for it in the marketplace. It's just not outside.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong with it necessarily, but in the outside market, particularly in the backyard birthday party business, you don't want to take that product and do a glow party in someone's backyard. And then, they come back and complain at you 2 months later and go, you need to dig up my backyard because I've got product glowing back here, and that can't be right. And yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
We got to take another sponsor break real quick. So we will hear from a sponsor and then be right back with Clay from GellyBall. And welcome back. So Clay, before we went live, you were talking a little bit about there being a lot of disinformation around GellyBall. You want to take a moment and talk a little bit about some of the rumors and some of the negative press that GellyBall has gotten? I think this is a good opportunity to shoot some of that down.
Yeah, sure. It's been interesting. Whenever you take off like this, you always have the naysayers in the background. Some of the misinformation that we see put out there is that when people ask us if we created this, we say, no, we created GellyBall. And so we're not the creators of the product. We simply figured out how to make it work. And they're like, oh, so you're just shooting Orbeez. And I say, yes, that's correct. But we shoot them better than anybody else. And then we have all these other great products that go with it. So we incorporated in July of 2018. And so our corporation is almost 4 years old. We first shot a GellyBall product May 1st of 2018. And so we've been working on this project night and day for 4 years, and we just don't stop. And so we're the front runner and the leader in the industry. We're the innovator, and we are the ones that created the market here in the United States for the product. The other companies that are out there found the product through us and didn't understand it, copied it as best they could, didn't take the 2 years that we did to refine the product. They just assumed that we bought stuff from China and shipped it to our customers. It turns out it's not quite that simple. And so now they're learning that and having plenty of issues with it. Now, as a retail product or a toy, it's fine. I don't really have a grind with our competitors that are out there selling these things as a toy. It probably helps us really at the end of the day. Where we step off of that is when people start saying that their product is commercial and was built for commercial use, and that just isn't the case. And it's not designed. The other products aren't designed for commercial use yet. I'm sure someone will come up with a commercially designed product at some point, but right now they haven't. And the reason we know that is we buy everything that's on the market and we take it apart and look at it and nod our heads and go, okay, yeah, they still don't care. So you have to care. The business model is to sell something that breaks so that people buy more stuff.
Yeah.
And our business model is backwards. We warranty our products for our dealers. As long as you're buying GellyBalls through us, we warranty your products. And so when a product breaks, it doesn't cost you money. It costs me money. And the good news in that is it teaches me to make a better product. And I designed this business model, for that reason, because I wanted to know. I don't know how else you'd know what's wrong with your product if you don't ever get it back to take it apart and see what keeps breaking, and look into those matters. So our Gen 2 product is our Gen 1 product's the furthest thing ahead in the industry. The Gen 2 product just widened the gap from a commercial perspective. And so we pride ourselves on being a quality company for product and also for service. And, at the end of the day, that's what's going to make this work is we have to be the best company at the best price and provide the best service. And just like any regular business. And then in tandem with that, we want to provide the best game, the game of GellyBall.
Well, we've got about 8 minutes left here with Clay before Doug is going to butt in with a special announcement. So if you have any questions, please drop it in the comments now, and we'll try to get to it before we run out of time. Clay, I'm a little on the fence now after listening to you. So what would you tell me to convince me that I need to get into GellyBall? What have you not told us that will push me over the edge?
Well, it works. I mean, the one thing 2 years ago when we were selling dealerships to people in May or June or July of 2020, when we would be talking to somebody and they would say, well, should I do this? And I said, well, look, here's the deal. Here's the price. And here's how many parties you need to break even. Those days are really gone. I mean, the product works. The service works. People want it. We have 900 dealers across the globe now, or right at it. There's 170 dealers just in the state of Texas, and they're busy. Wow. Yeah, the dealers in Texas are busy. And when you run a party with 12 kids or 13 kids or adults or whatever the mix is, it generally books a party or two. Mm-hmm. So like in the Houston metro, we probably have 45 dealers now down there or something like that. and they run 150 parties a weekend or something on average. And yeah. Chris Moore says great profit margins, and gets everybody out and playing, having fun. So those are the beautiful things about it. But each party begets other parties, generally speaking, and so the dealers continue to get more and more, more and more business.
Mm-hmm.
And from each other. The dealers in Houston work together beautifully, and so they in San Antonio. There's a group in San Antonio on the west side. They work wonderfully together. They help each other. They share equipment. They do all kinds of stuff. And really good guys.
So it sounds like even among the dealers there's a lot of camaraderie and willingness to help each other out. It sounds less like competitors trying to steal business from each other and everybody working to be successful.
I know it sounds crazy, but there is so much of it that it's not really an issue. I mean, people don't move from territory to territory. There's business right where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And the product is hot. It's one of the hottest things I've ever touched in 31 years of entrepreneurship. I mean, I've never seen any quite like this with the margins that it has. It's pretty neat.
Now, speaking of the devil, Doug Sheldon saying he's doing 7,000 a weekend at birthday parties.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get him on the phone to talk to stuff, and he is just on the road constantly.
The fair and festival business is fantastic as well. Doug's done well. We have a dealer in Oregon that made, I think, $56,000 in April, in the month of April, doing fairs and festivals and backyard parties. He has 7 of our locations. Up in Michigan, I think they have 19. Yeah, fairs will do 100,000 this year. I think it's pretty easy. That's kind of a low number.
Yeah.
Because he has a bunch booked. We have a dealer here in North Texas. Goodness, I mean, I don't know how much. He'll do 15 events this year or 20. I don't know what he'll make. And he does backyard parties. He has a fixed location too. He owns 7 locations. A lot of our growth has come from within.
Are you seeing more dealers being successful with fixed locations or mobile parties?
It's a mix. I'm partial to mobile for people just getting in. But fixed locations make money. They really do well. And there's not a lot of, you really shouldn't have to promote this thing hard. If you can get your friends and family and a bunch of people to come out and do a charity event or two, give some money to charity, it generally takes off on its own. A little bit of Facebook marketing or advertising. It's not tricky. The product is so fun to play that people just want to play it, and they just tell their friends and rebook. So it goes pretty well.
We're getting a little bit of competition in the comments.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Saginaw throwing some shade.
Yeah, right. As they should. Too funny.
So we've got about 4 minutes left. What have we not talked about?
Well, I think the last thing we should talk about is the family environment at GellyBall, and that's part of our dealers. The GellyBall Facebook page for our private dealer page is a wealth of information and knowledge. You can share photos and videos, and you see videos. We just got a video in from Sweden last week. It was just epic, absolutely amazing video. The kids playing GellyBall and saying "GellyBall," it was just so cool. And so it's just it's a good environment. And we created the page, but the dealers really made that what it is today. You can't create that. I can't create that. That happens on its own. So we're very fortunate to have the dealers that we do, and we will go to the mat for our dealers. That I can tell you. We'll do everything we can to make sure that their experience with us is a good one.
Well, with just a couple of minutes left, I think this is the opportunity for you to pitch all of your social media, your website. How can people get in touch with you, get in touch with GellyBall? If they want to learn more, where should they go?
The best place to go is our website, jellyball.com, and just fill out an information form and let us know that you heard about it from Fear Expo and from Keani here. And, if you're in the haunt business, which is probably why you're watching this, it's a winning proposition. The haunts that we're involved with tell us repeatedly, like, yeah, this works. This is a really cool thing. And we're glad you found your way to the haunt industry. And our goal is to make ourselves more of a haunt company. And I love the community. The community of haunters is just, it's unlike any other community that we work with. They're all unique in their certain ways, but the haunt community is just epic. I mean, it's such a cool thing you guys have. And for us to just be a part of it, we feel like we're wannabes. We just, we just want to fit in. It's really cool, and I think the haunt community gets that. They're invested in the fact that they're part of something bigger than themselves as well. And it's neat watching it coming from the outside, from paintball world into the haunt business. It's a very special community that's been created there by the members.
Well, thank you so much, Clay, for taking the time out to speak with us tonight. I have learned a ton about GellyBall. I would love to get into it, and we'll probably be talking to you more at a later time. It is 8:44. We got time for just one more sponsor, to hear from one more sponsor. And then Doug Sheldon is going to be joining us to talk a little bit about what is happening later this year. And he's got a special announcement coming up. So stick around for that, and we will jump right into it.
Thanks, Keanu.
And that was the perfect segue into the next segment of tonight's Haunt Masterclass. I'll have to welcome Doug Sheldon. Welcome back, sir. And tell us what we just saw.
Wait, did you just show something?
I mean, maybe. Were you not paying attention? Like, what am I doing up here?
I was sitting here filling GellyBall feeders. I have a party here in an hour, so.
That's what I'm saying. You were just so busy.
No, first of all, I just want to thank Clay. That was absolutely amazing. It was so great to have him, come on here. He's one of the sponsors, main sponsors for Fear Expo. He's changed our life up here. I tell you what. I know Chris is killing it in Saginaw. They're trying to keep up with us over at Michigan GellyBall, and it's been amazing. Super excited that Clay came on here, and if you get an opportunity, check it out. It is well worth it. GellyBall is absolutely amazing.
What are you talking about? Who is in competition with who?
So, yeah. You always got to have the peanut gatherer. I thought you had him blocked.
I tried. He's got all these magic powers in the background.
So let's talk about that video you just played, the Ultimate Haunt Tour. Super excited to be a sponsor for it. We played their video today. That is the return of HauntCon.
Yes.
I mean, they were down for a couple years, and everyone knows the story behind Fear Expo, reaching out to HauntCon, talking to them about, their shows coming up and everything. And we decided to co-sponsor the next Fear Expo. And I mean, we couldn't turn away from not only sponsoring the Haunt Tour, but helping them put it together. Up in the great state of Michigan. It is absolutely amazing. I don't know if I can share my screen real quick. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and share screen. It's telling me all the rules and regulations. All right, here we go. So everyone's seeing right there, that is what we're talking about. I mean, 12 top rated haunted attractions in the state of Michigan. You start out at the Haunt. You go to Nightmare Realm in Kalamazoo. From there, you're going to go to Jackson's Underworld. And then right up the road from Jackson's Underworld, you're going to be at Awakening. And this is just Friday night. I don't know if you know, but a lot of tours out there, they go to four haunts and they're done. 3 or 4
Yeah,
haunts.
like in an entire weekend, it's 4 haunts.
Yeah.
And you're talking about doing 4 in a day.
Yeah, well, in a
3 times.
So then you go to the hotel, and you'll be staying. Obviously, we're planning on 6 bus loads. I am more than convinced all 6 will sell out. We have hotels ready for us in Jackson, Michigan, and that's where we stay in, having breakfast in the morning, taking off and going to visit Hush. I mean, brand new. Hush has been all new, redone. It is absolutely amazing. Cody over there has just done a great job. And he's got axe throwing. He's got a bar there. I mean, it's going to be so much fun. From there, you're going to go to the newest, well, one of the new attractions in Michigan, Eloise Haunted Asylum. I heard they put in, and I might be on the high side, but millions into this attraction. So super excited about going to see Eloise. Definitely an excitement part, but that's only one of so many you're going to see Saturday. Ezra's one top in the state through a couple different review companies. I have not been to Ezra yet, but I talked with the owner. That's going to be another huge stop. Then it's not over, because you're still going to go to Fright Village, which is a brand new attraction last year. I have not been to that one yet, but I've heard really good things. And then how about this? Erebus. We're ending Saturday with, one of the top ranked haunts in the country, with Erebus there. And after that, we're going to go back to the hotel, and we're going to have an after hours party. So now you've made it through Saturday. Now you've made it through Saturday. All the food, all the snacks, everything's taken care of on this tour. That's the reason why you get sponsors, so they can, put some money in, making sure you're excited about your time there. Feed you a lot of food. And then we will be staying, I believe it's in Pontiac, at the hotel. I have to double check that. And then from Pontiac, you wake up, you have breakfast, and you head to Rotten Manor. I can tell you right now, Rotten Manor is one of my favorite haunted attractions in the state of Michigan. And I know I own the haunt, but I absolutely love Rotten Manor. And just that attraction alone is, almost $100. So, to go to Rotten Manor and then exit 13, then we're going to end up there at Factory of the Dead. Chris's building is absolutely amazing. He's got GellyBall there. He's got axe throwing. He's got escape rooms, and he's got a haunted attraction. We're going to end up having the, farewell party there, with some food and everything. And then people will be able to jump on a bus and head back to the haunt in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where they can fly out or drive out, whatever, whichever way they came in. So I'm out of breath just talking about, the agenda.
I'm out of breath just listening to you talk about the agenda.
It is absolutely amazing. I'm going to stop this share. Hold on.
Well, while you're doing that, Shadows of Fear jumped on. Is it available in Utah? So he was late to the live and missed some info. So no, it is not available in Utah. This Ultimate Haunt Tour is happening in Michigan in November. I don't think we've said that yet.
Yeah, and it's only this year in Michigan. Just to let you know, the Ultimate Haunt Tour, HauntCon's coming back with this tour, and we're definitely one of the big sponsors, along with, in this case, the Michigan Haunted Attraction Association is one of the sponsors as well. There is opportunities for more sponsors if you go to the website. There's all different types of sponsor packages, from food to t-shirts, all kinds of different sponsors you can get involved in. But each year they are going to change the state that they're going to. So next year, I mean, I know, but I don't, no one else is going to know where they're going until it's announced.
I misunderstood his question. He was asking if GellyBall was available in Utah.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Well, yes, GellyBall is available in Utah.
As Clay was saying, they have 900 dealers all over the country and internationally. You can definitely find one in Utah. Chris,
yes.
While you're working in the background, see if you can find a link you can drop into the comments for him.
Right.
Back to you, Doug.
So yeah, I mean, Ultimate Haunt Tour. I actually was working with, the other sponsors, trying to get this tour together. When they told me they wanted to come to Michigan, I was super excited. One, I love to show off our haunted attraction, but two, just the amount of good haunts that you can see in this 3-day tour. It's just, I can't wait. I heard some people saying, well, our haunts are so open. If you're an owner, hopefully you got your haunted attraction to the point where you can skip out for, a couple of days at the end of the season, let your GM run the show and go on this tour. And if you do not buy your ticket soon, I guarantee you this is going to sell out. We're going to have 6 buses and that's all they're doing.
On that note, where do people go to buy their tickets?
So go to go to www.ultimatehaunttour.com. There you go.
Thank you, Willie Mae.
If you're looking to be a sponsor, there's still sponsorships available. I mean, really affordable ones. I think they have them as low as like a couple $100s to be a t-shirt sponsor. There's media sponsors and, all kinds of different opportunities.
I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more.
Well, I'm hoping I see you there.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the middle of some ocean.
Oh,
instead,
that's right.
It's
right.
terrible. The timing is not working out on this, but it's okay. Next year.
I did want to answer a couple of questions. I know one of the questions that I heard going through was, why did you do it the first week of November? And we kept jumping back and forth between the first week, the second week. We had, different meetings. And what ended up being the final vote was the second week is legendary. And we are not looking to step on anyone else's tour. We want Legendary to have their weekend. They run a really good show there and they have a good tour. And so it just didn't make sense. But the other thing was the haunts in Michigan all wanted to do that weekend. They felt it was a better weekend to coincide with what they're already doing. Mm-hmm. None of these shows are a lights out show. So you're not going through a blackout or anything like that. Every single one of these tours are full actors and full lights on. You are getting the actual haunted attraction experience on every one of them.
That is absolutely phenomenal. How much? It sounds like tickets are already available. Like yes, people can go start buying tickets now.
They can. So I'm
going to go ahead. What is the latest that people can get tickets?
So,
or is it really they're sold until they're sold out?
Right. Once they're gone, they're gone. The nice thing about it is you only have to put a deposit down to reserve your space. So if you're waiting a little bit, your final payment is due, I believe, 30 days before we go on the tour. But you do need to put 20% down for your hotel. This is a tour where the hotel and the tickets, you can get them. You have to get them through the website, because we want to make sure that everyone has a hotel room. Now you can have your friends. If you're putting 4 people in a hotel room, you get the hotel room. The other 3 people just get a ticket, but we want to make sure that everyone has a hotel room. We don't want anyone sleeping outside.
Sure.
So we're booking out.
How much?
Okay. So they're on sale right now for $399. The actual tour price is $450, but until August 1st, it's $399. And then you just add the 2 nights in your hotel room. So if you were just buying yourself, it's $125 a night. That's with taxes and everything, including your breakfast in the morning for both days. If you share with 4 people, it ends up being what, $57 or not even that.
Less, yeah, like $30.
Yeah. So we've already got the hotels lined up. We've already got special pricing. It ended up being $99 plus taxes and everything. So you can't beat this. This is a crazy good. I mean, you're going to spend a couple $100 just going to 2 of these haunts, let alone 12.
Yeah, 12 haunts, 2 nights in the hotel, meals are included, all for $400. That's insane. Well, $500 with the hotel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't include the hotels because you got to buy those separately, and that's why we didn't add the price of the hotels, because if you're coming by yourself, it's a different price than if you're coming with 4 people.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? So It is $399 till August 1st.
Willie May is going to
I
pay a
don't-
little more because he doesn't share.
Yeah, that no one wants to be in a room with him. You just don't. I mean, he's just trying to make it look. But yeah, I mean, the tour is going to be super exciting, and then that's just the first to come. Because when they told me where it's going to be next year, I was just blown away. So I can't wait until then either.
You can't do that to me, Doug. You
I
cannot
do it
just
every
drop
time
little
to you.
tidbits. Why?
Yeah, and I heard Fear Expo's got a couple big announcements coming too.
Always. So get your tickets for the Ultimate Haunt Tour now. You can get them at ultimatehaunttour.com. It is $399 if you buy it by August 1st. And the price goes up to $450 if you decide to sit and wait.
Yeah,
I think that sums it up nicely.
I was gonna say, I think that, make sure that you go to the website, check out all the information on it. If you have any questions, you can contact Leonard Pickle through HauntCon. You can contact Derek Long through Michigan Hunters Association, or I'm actually one of the contacts as well. All of that information is on the website. So just give us a call or shoot us a message. We'll help you out. Get it booked early. You're going to want to be part of this tour. I'm super excited. I live in Michigan and own one of these haunts, and I haven't been to all of them yet.
It's a heck of an opportunity to be exposed to a whole bunch of just top tier haunts. Chris, it looks like you are trying to. Yeah, we know you like the power of holding the secrets. Chris, are you trying to squeeze in one more sponsor break here?
In the entertainment world of haunted attractions and theme parks, VFX Creates is a leader in Q entertainment, promotional tools, startle and scare props, animated characters, and more. Amazing VFX products are literally all over the world, scaring, entertaining, and promoting attractions. These versatile creations receive so much attention when used. They went from being just scare products to being utilized as extremely successful marketing and promotional tools. This is why the return on investment with VFX products is so high when these dynamic tools are used to their fullest potential. The Attack Line. The Attack Line is an ever-growing line of life-size puppets that look as if they've jumped on you and refuse to let go. These realistic puppets are designed to be highly detailed, extremely durable, lightweight, as comfortable as possible to wear, and easy to operate. A fake fist has been added to create the effective illusion of seeing an entire person, which makes onlookers wonder how the zombie is moving. Is it real?
I absolutely love this Attack
That
Line.
is so cool.
Oh, that is the single favorite prop that I own. I freaking love
Exactly.
my Sally.
So what a night here on Fear Expo Live. Yeah, GellyBall. I mean, what a way to make money. Ultimate Haunt Tour. I mean, what a way to end the haunt season this year. And then VFX puppets. Wow, we crushed it.
Just
Great
a
night.
blast. Absolute blast.
Drop the mic.
That's right. We're out. Well, it is a little after 9:00. Thank you all, everyone who came and joined us, or if you were catching the rebroadcast later on YouTube or Fear Expo's Facebook page. Thank you for joining us. We hope you took away a lot from it. Of course, if you have more questions, drop it into the comments, and the community of haunters will certainly help alleviate any concerns that you may still have. I am, of course, Keone Hutton from the Haunting You podcast. You can find more of our podcast at hauntingyou.com with just the letter U, as well as a whole bunch of calendars and everything that we do is right up there on the website. Go check it out. We hope to hear from all of you soon. In the meantime, we will be back next week. Who is coming up next week, Doug? I didn't think to look ahead. I didn't look ahead.
I don't have the schedule on me. We are going to release the schedule for all of June. No, that only is through May.
That's just through May. Yeah. We don't even have the June one.
So we're going to release all that tomorrow. We have 2 people that we're finishing booking, but I can tell you June is super, super exciting. And Haunting You is taking over all of the broadcasting.
So you'll get to see even more of your favorites Haunting You podcasters every Thursday night, 8:00 Eastern time, right here in the Haunt Masterclasses.
It's going to be awesome. we will. I'll get back with you. We're gonna end up posting who's going to be next week and for the entire month of June and July. So
Perfect. We will see you all next week. Thank you again for coming.
hey, thanks a lot. Have a great night.
Tomorrow we're not. The last